paces of Nighthawks history to the Blue Cross Arena. Last season, the Rochester Knighthawks finished the 2002-2003 season with a league best 12-4 record and hosted the 2003 National Lacrosse League Champion Cup Finals right here at the Blue Cross Arena. To honor that team's accomplishments, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the south end of the arena as we will unveil the 2002-2003 Central Division and regular season championship banners.
Can you control yourself when the Philadelphia Wings open their 2004 season at the Wachovia Center? Be there January 17th at 8 p.m. when the Philadelphia Wings battle the Rochester Knighthawks. Join the experience. Call 215-389-WING.
So we got Jake Berge will also join Mike Hazen, two former teammates, Randy Mearns and Mike Hazen. Randy Mearns, 7 seasons with the Rochester Knighthawks, 6 as a team captain. I'm Craig Rubzinski, Billy Mahar joining me in the booth here, and what an exciting event tonight as the Rochester Knighthawks host the Philadelphia Wings.
Yeah, awesome. You can't ask for any more. You got, the 10th anniversary team out here, a guy like Randy Mearns taking that first face-off, and his son out there. Just a fantastic evening here in Rochester. His son's having a little struggle getting down there with the ball, but just a great opportunity to kick things off, and what a great game we're going to see tonight.
And Randy Mearns was on that 97 championship team. He was the team captain. It's great to see Mearnsy back in it's actually his old uniform, and it's nice for Tanner to get out there. He gave his father a little bit of a hard time with the face-off, but I'm sure when he looks back on it, he'll realize how important it was to be out there to support his father.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's fantastic. Having kids and seeing something like that, that's great to see. And Randy, again, just a terrific human being, and it's great for the sport that they're recognizing him like that, and it's great for the Nighthawk fans to be able to see that, and good for Randy.
And tonight's officials, Mike Ventura is the crew chief, Steve Miller, the assistant referee, Joe Yastrzemski is the technical referee. The Rochester Nighthawks, and how fitting that Tim Sudan, who's been here for every game as a Rochester Nighthawk, will take the opening face-off against big, tall, tough Peter Jacobs. Pat O'Toole starting a goal for Rochester, last year's goaltender of the year, as Rochester gets ready for their 10th anniversary season, and Tim Sudan is psyched. He's ready to go. And here we go, the 10th season of Nighthawks across here at the Blue Cross Arena off the faceoff, won by Sudan. Jacobs tries to muscle him away on the left wing side in the Rochester end. Ground loose ball is picked up by Tim Sudan, and back away come the Nighthawks. Chris Schiller flips it over to John Grant across midfield. We're just underway here, 15 seconds into the opening quarter. John Grant, right wing side, one-on-one with Jacobs. Shoots in a sliding save by Dallas Elliott. Ball squirts free, right wing side. Jacobs has Grant tied up. Harrison digging for it. He's tied up in there with Brian Barrett. Still fighting for it now is Grant. And back away comes Derek Malowski. Has it now, tries to swing it in front of the goal, off the stick of his intended receiver as it hit the stick now. Ball free in the left corner. Harrison pops out of the corner. He has the ball knocked away. Sudan fighting for it. Harrison knocked down to the turf. Barrett fighting for it. Sudan still digging for it. 2 seconds on the shot clock. And Dallas Elliott picks up the loose ball, shot clock violation. It'll be Philadelphia ball, and it's fast and furious. The ball is knocked away, and Elliott goes down on the turf. And Elliott looking up the floor to try to outlet it. He was double teamed. Great pressure by the Nighthawks early in this contest.
Yeah, a lot of pressure there early. And a big whistle, 10-second call, held him in. Elliott fooling around with the ball in the cage actually came out and created the mess, and Johnny Grant went right after it. Johnny Grant getting popped early here, but a good little offensive set for Rochester, moving the ball, getting into the flow of the game.
Giles now side of the net, and the shot by Hollenbeck is saved by Elliott. And in comes Giles in the left wing corner. 3 bodies from both teams involved in that scrum, and back away came Nadalin. His outlet pass now up the floor in front of the Rochester goal, and Henderson is driven from behind through the Rochester crease by big Reggie Thorpe. Back away come the Nighthawks now across midfield. 13:20 remaining here in quarter number 1 as we are scoreless from the Blue Cross Arena. Grant's pass right wing side. Rochester setting up deep in the Philadelphia zone. The quick shot, shoulder save on the outside shot by Sean Williams as the left shoulder came up by goaltender Dallas Elliott.
A lot of pushing and shoving. John Grant's getting worked down low early. They're coming in high on him. Not let him get to do anything inside. Quick shot down in front.
Back away now come the Nighthawks. A quick shot as the across crease pass is stopped. And the garbage is picked up in front of the net by Gwindon of Philadelphia. Back away come the Wings. Maricek Berge on the floor. Berge left wing side wearing the knee brace. Tore his ACL last year. Berge driving in towards the cage now. Fires it way up top. Henderson gets a shot off. Skips it wide of the cage. Ball pops up now. Controlled by Philadelphia. Maricek left wing side. Philadelphia setting up. Abrams trying to muscle his man Berge out from in front of the cage. Berge still with it. Up top, Maricek steps in, weaves through traffic, shoots, scores. Shot clock violation, no goal. The goal is waved off.
No goal waved off, exactly, the shot clock, but you got to look at that left side, that strong right side there. You got Berge and Maricek working so well together. Berge draws the double team, dumps it off to Maricek. Maricek one fake right down the middle. Rochester's really got to step up and knock that guy down. Can't be walking in front. You got to put Maricek down.
Hollenbeck now left wing side, tries to spring up top now. Hands the ball off to Sudan in the slot. Gives it over to John Grant, racing left wing side, takes it into the near corner. Feeds it right in front. Harrison behind the back shot. It pops back out in front. Elliott grabs it, puts it into a stick, and starts it up the other way. Back away come the Philadelphia Wings, left wing side. Fry fights off one check. Casey Zapp drills him hard into the boards. Manages to dump it off. Now Philadelphia setting up. The pass in the slot bounces away, heads towards the midfield stripe, but it's kept in front of the Nighthawk bench, but it trickles over. Courtesy a little bit there of a hit by Casey Zapp, over and back violation. It's Nighthawk ball.
Both teams here, just trying to set a little, get into a groove. A lot of emotions flying early here. First game, everyone wants to get off strong. But Rochester getting good shots early.
The quick shot saved by Elliott. Kicks out the left leg, gets a little courtesy hop there, makes the save. Back away come the Wings across midfield. Maricek, left wing side, matched up one-on-one with Marshall Abrams, dumps it off to Berge, left wing side. Penalty upcoming to the Rochester Nighthawks, delayed penalty. Berge now dumps it off left wing side to Maricek. Radcliffe takes the pass in the slot, left wing side to Maricek. Behind the back pass in front of the cage to Keith Cromwell. It's picked up there by Chris Schiller, and with 11:14 remaining in quarter number one, it's the first penalty of the contest, and that one goes to the Rochester Nighthawks.
Didn't catch the penalty on the other side there, but Rochester, one thing they always got in trouble with last year was taking the stupid penalties, and that one there, catching a number as Hollenbeck goes to serve it. It may have been a bench penalty. But we're going to get Hollenbeck sitting in the bench for 2 minutes.
Penalty bench minor, 2 minutes for a legal substitution.
There you go, Rochester trying to get off the bench quickly and get a break, but didn't work out. Now we're going to see the power play for the Philadelphia Wings.
Up top to Maricek, left wing side to Berge to Maricek, in and out of his stick, kicked away at, fought for, and it's scooped up by Abrams. A pass dangerously to Pat O'Toole, but he scoops it up the carpet. Oh, and an oh my God pass almost knocked off the helmet of Reggie Thorpe as he was getting lined up. Good thing he didn't catch that pass, but Philadelphia got the ball, pushed it over the midfield stripe. Maricek, high slot, gets it over right wing side. Cromwell up top to Maricek. Maricek in front, Cromwell shoots, scores. And Philadelphia strikes first as Keith Cromwell fires it over the left shoulder of Pat O'Toole. With 10:34 remaining here in quarter number one, it's 1-0 Philadelphia.
The power play goal by Cromwell, just great ball movement. Maricek with a quick stick fake. He's got great fake. And there you have Cromwell just popping in an easy corner. You got O'Toole shifting to the right side, just on the fake itself there. Just a quick stick fake and a great shot by Cromwell, and that's the first goal here for Philadelphia.
It should be Cromwell. Maricek will get an assist off the face-off. Rochester left wing side. Controlled by Sean Williams. Racing now right wing side, gets a pick. Reinforcements coming on the floor for Rochester. John Grant and Derek Malowski. Grant, right wing side, watched by Jacobs. Gets it off left wing side to Sudan. Trying to dodge in front of the cage, spins away from one. Still with it, brings it up top. Gives it up to Williams. The outside shot is smothered by Dallas Elliott. And he outs it left wing side. 1-0 Philadelphia, 10 minutes remaining.
Tough shot there, and by out top, you got to get some better percentage shots inside, like you're seeing out of Philadelphia here, as they rush the net in the crease violation. Actually, we're gonna have another penalty coming up.
And that goal, that goal should actually be Keith Cromwell. Dan Morrell is a scratch tonight. So it should be 21 from 42 on the power play. Scratches for tonight, Philadelphia: Ryan Trainer, Paul Canabing, Andrew Wasick, Andrew Martin, Dan Morrell, and Hugh Donovan. We have a official timeout on the floor, so we're going to step away. 9:53 remaining, quarter number one. Philadelphia 1, Rochester nothing. This is the Nighthawks Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Blue Cross Arena. Ball is knocked away, fought for by Steve Penny. Cromwell roughed up in front of the Rochester Nighthawks bench. Berge picks up the loose ball. Pass taken left side. 1-0 Philadelphia. Ball is taken up top by Marichek. Marichek walks right in, feeds it to Cromwell, left wing side, gets it back, shoots and scores. And Keith Cromwell feeds it over to Marichek, so you do me one favor, I'll do you another one. And it's fired past Pat O'Toole, it's 2-0.
Kind of seeing something here going on with another power play goal. That's 2 in a row. Rochester's got to stay out of the bench. Hazen picked that penalty up inside after the play was dead, and in result, Marichek nets the second goal, 2-0 in favor of the Wings.
Off the face-off, won by Peter Jacobs, left wing side in the Rochester zone, watched by Hazen, dumps it up top now. Philadelphia setting up with a 2-goal advantage. 9 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in quarter number one. Ball is taken there by Ryan Ward, dumps it left wing side. Setting it up now, Radcliffe cutting in towards the cage. The quick shot as he fed it up top to Ryan Ward, and the save made by Pat O'Toole. Loose ball picked up right in front. The quick shot shoulder save by Pat O'Toole. Great save on Ryan Ward by Pat O'Toole, and back away come the Nighthawks across midfield. Casey Zaff setting it up right wing side. He's got a man breaking in front of the cage. Elects to dump it off to Williams as he heads to the bench. Sean Williams deep in the Philadelphia end, right wing side, feeds it in front of the cage. Then his man's knocked off the ball, Scott Evans. Back away come the Wings quickly. 2-on-1 break. Feeds it in front of the cage. A quick shot scores. Andrew Gwindon has made it 3-0 in favor of the Philadelphia Wings.
Right there's all hustle and determination. Evans caught down low with the ball in a check, and the ball just came popping out. 2-on-1 for the Wings, and Gwendon is the recipient right in front. The draw and dump for an easy score. And Rochester's got to get things under control here before Philadelphia runs away with this thing.
3-0 in favor of the Philadelphia Wings, trying to spoil Rochester's home opener in their 10th anniversary kickoff here at the Blue Cross Arena. John Grant now with the ball. Right wing side in the Philadelphia zone. Tries to sidestep one. Dumps it up top now to Harrison in front. The give and go in and out of the stick. Right at the side of the net as he had a man open, but Sean Williams couldn't hang on. Back away come the Wings now. Across midfield. Setting it up, they lead by 3. Marichek takes the pass. Looking to outlet it. Races left wing side. He's got Ward coming on the floor. Gets a pick by Ward. Races left wing side. Still with it. Brings it up top. The quick shot from way outside. And a great save as Pat O'Toole kicked out the right leg to stop that shot.
That's what Pat O'Toole needs. He needs to get a couple of good saves inside. Shot from the outside came, and he made that one no problem. He needs to get that confidence up quickly and see that ball early and for Rochester to be successful.
Evans now left wing side in the Philadelphia zone. Springs free and a pick by Holomek. Races right wing side, and he's knocked off the ball. The ball goes over the midfield stripe, over and back violation. And let me tell you, the rookie Scott Evans having a lot of trouble here making his NLL debut.
Well, you know, it's really difficult. The game is so much faster than what he's probably used to playing up in the OLA. You know, he had a little bit of experience, but it's so much quicker, and he's a big guy out there. It's just going to have to take some time to adjust.
Radcliffe, left wing side, hands the ball off. Philadelphia setting it up. Ward, quick shot, hits a man in front of the cage. Henderson scoops up the ground ball left wing side, still with it. Dumps it off to Andrew Turner. I think he was surprised to be taking that pass. It went into the Nighthawks bench. So it's going to be possession Philadelphia with only 7 seconds left on the shot clock. They should reset that, and they do. 6:54 remaining, first quarter, 3-0 Philadelphia. Fry left wing side to Jake Berge, team captain. His 60 points is something they definitely missed last year. Berge races it towards the cage, gets the shot off, and he was in the crease violation, Rochester ball. These fans waiting for the first goal here as Rochester being shut out thus far by Dallas Elliott in a tough Philadelphia defense. John Grant across midfield, 6.5 remaining, quarter number 1. Grant now tries the old swim dodge, side of the cage, dumps it one-handed in front to Harrison, gets the shot off, underhand, misses the cage, and the ground ball is scooped up by Hayek. He's knocked off the ball, but he manages to get the pass off. And back away come the Wings the other way, and it's stifling defense down there that Rochester's running into.
Definitely stifling, and great shot in front there. John Grant just patient, trying to work, gets a good pass off, but the shot not on cage.
Quick shot, O'Toole can't find it, but it's scooped up and back away. Abrams feeds it over to Schiller. Schiller's got one man to beat, gets by one, shoots. Oh, what a save by Dallas Elliott, and now he takes a shot from Bresci as he's got him in a headlock. Chris Schiller tied up to the side of the Philadelphia net, and they let him play on as play continues in the Rochester end. Ward takes a shot by Casey Zaff, trying to spin away from trouble. He gets help from Turner. The pass is kicked across the midfield stripe, but it's scooped up by Ryan Ward of Philadelphia. Hands it off to Henderson, right wing side in the Rochester zone. Setting it up, rips the shot, shoulder save by Pat O'Toole. Ground ball, Reggie Thorpe is tied up with Fry, and Radcliffe picked up the ground ball to Ward. Now fed in front of the net, the quick shot, and a save made by Pat O'Toole. Ground ball now fired in, and O'Toole, he smothers it. And now we got a lot of pushing and shoving in front of the Rochester net. And that's broken up, but back away come the Nighthawks, and you know, you're going to play this team 4 times. It's going to start tonight, but it's going to continue the next 3 games.
Absolutely, you're going to see a lot of physical play. You've seen it already here. Rochester struggling to get some good offensive shots. Philadelphia just fired up, playing great team defense inside, and then you got a guy like Dallas Elliott backing you up who's saved everything thus far.
Back away come the Wings. Evans trying to help out, trying to pressure the man with the ball. Can't knock it away, and over midfield comes Andrew Gwynn, and he hands it off. Back away comes Marichek, left wing side. Bounces it right wing side to Cromwell, the first goal scorer for Philadelphia tonight. Passes it back to Marichek. Watch there by Andrew Turner. Trying to move his way in towards the cage. Does. Gets a shot off. Bounces it off the turf. It takes a hard check behind the Rochester net. Marichek didn't appreciate that one. We're going to take a quick break here from the Blue Cross Arena. This is a Nighthawks Broadcast Network. And you're right, Billy. They've really got to get the offense working here because Philadelphia has come to play tonight.
Yeah, they're fired up and ready to go, and Dietrich's already seen a lot, O'Toole's seen a lot of shots already, reverting back to those 95 days. O'Toole's seen a lot of shots thus far inside tight, and Rochester's got to clamp down on that right away.
Right wing side, John Grant over to Derek Malowski. He pulls it back up top to Sean Williams. Racing now, right wing side, watched by Peter Jacobs. Springs now to his left, has a lane. Dumps it behind the cage, taken by Derek Malowski. Tries to spring free and does 3 seconds on the shot clock. Dallas Elliott pops up and gobbles that loose ball up. It would have been a shot clock violation anyway, and Rochester just not getting things working offensively.
Yeah, Philadelphia's really got them spread out, and they know Rochester's, got a lot of individuals here. John Grant looks to go by himself, so they're just keying up on individuals, keeping them outside, giving them bad shooting lanes.
And Ward shoots and scores from outside. Ryan Ward, the 3rd pick overall, his first professional goal, and he fires it past Pat O'Toole, and it's now 4-0 Philadelphia.
And Paul Day talked about Ward earlier in the broadcast here, and just a great outside shooter. He says just a great all-around player, one of the best out there, young kid, and shows right there that he's got a great sense for the field and shooting as he sticks one over the left shoulder of Pat O'Toole.
So 4-0 Philadelphia, 3:33 remaining off the faceoff. Reggie Thorpe knocks down Peter Jacobs. And as we wait for the announcement of the goal, Ryan Ward, unassisted, 11:27 the time of the 4th Philadelphia goal. 3 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in the first quarter, and Rochester has yet to score on Dallas Elliott. Fry, right wing side in the Rochester end. Trying to bring it up top, fights off 1/, pulls his way into Reggie Thorpe. Gets the pass off now left wing side. Marichek behind the back pass in front, the shot, he scores! And what a pretty pass to Jake Berge as he puts it past Pat O'Toole. It's 5-0 Philadelphia.
You know, that they talked about that right side and our Rochester's left side being matched up correctly with Zaff, and that right now Berge and Marichek are taking this game over. You got Marichek just winding his way in. They got to respect him. You lay off Berge for a second, he backdoors you and sneaks one over into the upper right corner on a short side goal. Just a great maneuver by Jake Berge, the big, strong kid from Philly. And right there, 5-0. You know why Rochester's got to keep their mind on these two guys and not lose sight of this. 5-0, not something you can come back from a 5-0 deficit, but the way Rochester's playing right now, they're gonna have to step it up here the rest of this this quarter and the remaining half.
Delayed penalty upcoming to Philadelphia. John Grant setting up the offense. Now an assistant captain his first year with the A on his sweater. Pass it off right wing side. Gets it back from Derek Malowski. Over to Derek Malowski. Up top to Grant. Gets the shot off. Misses the net. Hits a Philadelphia player. They don't whistle it down. Derek Malowski finally controls it from outside. Gets the shot off, and it's caught in front of the Philadelphia net. And there's going to be a penalty upcoming. The first of the game to the Philadelphia Wings. 5-0 Philadelphia. And not to kind of harp on a sore subject, but when Rochester lost the National Lacrosse League Finals, they were down 5-0 to the Toronto Rocks. So 2 straight games, they dig themselves a 5-0 hole to try to get out of.
Yeah, good point, and it's tough. I mean, in this league, goals are scored fast and furious, and but you don't want to dig yourself a huge hole like that, like Rochester does, because it's that much more difficult to overcome, obviously.
Checking from behind is the call. Rochester setting up on the power play. Up top to Grant. Grant looking for a lane to shoot. Gets it off to Giles. The shot and a save by Elliott. Ball squirts free, left wing side. Swatted towards the midfield stripe. Grant tracks it down, showing no ill effects of that broken leg he suffered this summer. Ball taken by Derek Malowski, right wing side. Up top to John Grant. Walks in, rips it. Saved by Elliott. Ball comes out, and Grant picks it up. Rochester setting it back up. Evans up top to Grant. Grant now behind the back pass in front to Evans. Scored! Derek Malowski on the power play.
There it is, what the Rochester fans are waiting to see. Derek Malowski, and it really comes down to ball movement here for Rochester. They were waiting, kind of taking those outside shots, not really effective on Dallas Elliott, but you get them moving. There's John Grant with a behind-the-back flip pass. Another easy pass from Evans, and a great shot from Malowski, and he gets buried for the first goal of this 10th anniversary team. They had to wait all a quarter to get it.
So the time of the goal, 13:05. Derek Malowski gets the Nighthawks on the board. They're down 5-1. Back away comes Reggie Thorpe. He picked up the loose ball on the left wing side. Gets it off to Chris Schiller. Across midfield. Flips it over to John Grant. Williams and Evans also coming on the floor for the Nighthawks. Pass taken left wing side by Howell back in the Philadelphia zone. Dumps it off now left wing side to Harrison. Harrison trying to maneuver through traffic, has a man in front, and he misses the give and go to Williams, but Grant's there on the right wing side to pick it up. Grant now setting it up, gets the shot off, saved by Elliott. It hits the mesh, the netting behind the plexiglass. In the far corner will be Rochester possession, fresh 30-second clock. Rochester now setting it up right wing side. Harrison takes a feet in front, gets a shot off, misses the cage. Hollenbeck now finds himself open, rips it high over the cage. Grant picks up the ground ball right wing side on the Philadelphia end. Less than a minute remaining here in quarter one, 5-1 Philadelphia. Evans springs through traffic now, gets away from one, still with the ball in the left corner. Dumps it up top for John Grant over to Derek Malowski. Sidesteps one, walks in, shoots, oh, and he misses the net. He had one-on-one with Dallas Elliott, and he misses the cage as he found himself wide open. 41 seconds now remaining in quarter number one as Derek Malowski missed the net. The change of possession, Philadelphia now with the ball with 30 seconds remaining. Ward in the slot in the Rochester end fights against Andrew Turner. Now Casey Zaff helps out up top. Fry takes a pass right wing side, walks in, gets it in front of the net, in and out of the stick of a man in front of the net as he had it wide open as he dumped it in front of the tower. Back away come the Nighthawks. Andrew Turner up top to Matt Giles, and a timeout wisely called by the Rochester Nighthawks with 11.2 seconds remaining. In quarter number one, it's 5-1 Philadelphia.
Malowski, just a great fake inside. Tried to bury it in the lower left corner, or lower right corner. Just missed his mark there. Could have notched his second goal in a row there. And down to the other end came Rochester. Good defense. Paul Day alertly calls a timeout once possession is made. And he's going to try and set up a last shot here. Possibly a screen down in front. But they're going to set that up. Just a great maneuver by Malowski. You see, just had Elliott thinking he was going to go to his strong side, and he went to the backside, just missed the cage. Rochester needs more shots like that, just a lot of pressure inside, and that's what creates open lanes. And you get those great easy shots inside, like Malowski just made there. You got to make them count.
11.2 to go, first quarter, 5-1 Philadelphia. Derek Malowski with the ball. A little conversation there with Sean Williams. Gets set to start it up here. Should be the final possession of this first quarter. Derek Malowski takes the ball, now starting it up right wing side to Williams in the Philadelphia zone. Left wing side to Harrison. Up top to Derek Malowski to Harrison, in and out of his stick, 2 seconds left. Gets it over right wing side. There's shot and a save by Elliott on the outside, shot by John Grant. So Philadelphia with the 5-1 advantage after 1 quarter of play here from the Blue Cross Arena. We're going to step away for a quick break. This is the Rochester Knighthawks Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Blue Cross Arena, where the Rochester Knighthawks trail the Philadelphia Wings 5-1. And what a tough quarter of play for the Rochester Knighthawks.
Yeah, real tough. I mean, you got some new guys out there. I'm thinking back here, and you got some new guys out there adjusting to this game for Rochester, not used to the speed of the NLL, and that tended to make for some sloppy play on the Rochester side. Philadelphia seemed to get off to a bit of a sluggish start, but experience paid off. Guys like Marichek, Berge got right into it, and then you got a new contributor, Ward, sticking a goal to give that big lead for the Philadelphia Wings. 5-1 here starting the second quarter. Rochester really needs to tighten up the defense and start making some better looks on offense.
Reggie Thorpe tied up with Jacobs. Ball pops up in front of the Philadelphia bench. Back away comes Steve Penny, right wing side into the Philadelphia zone. Over to Greg, gets the shot off. He faked the pass, got the shot off on Elliott, who still made the save. Pass now taken in the near corner by Sean Williams. Just underway second quarter, 5-1 Philadelphia. Harrison still looking for his first point of the night as a Nighthawk. Dumps it up top, in and out of the stick of Williams. We have a whistle on the floor. We've got a holding call upcoming. Just 30 seconds into the second quarter. And it looks like Philadelphia, Tom Hayek is going to be the person going to the penalty box for Philadelphia. 99 draft pick for the Rochester Knighthawks. For those who don't remember, Tom Hayek, now a member of the Philadelphia Wings. So Rochester on the power play, 30 seconds into the second quarter. Great opportunity. They trail by 4, 5-1. Grant right wing side to Malowski. Near corner to Sean Williams. Over to Derek Malowski. Up top to John Grant in the Philadelphia zone. Side of the net now, setting it up top to Grant. Grant walks in, gets a shot off, hits the post. Ball squirts free, and back away comes Spano. One-on-one with O'Toole, scores. Goes right over the top of Pat O'Toole in a short-handed goal, and it's now 6-1 Philadelphia.
Nobody home for Rochester, and O'Toole looks stunned right there. Nobody got back at all. Just tremendous hustle right there. Jeff Spano with a dump, the fake, and just nobody back. It was one-on-one. The ball came bouncing out. A great shot by Johnny Grant. It hit the sidebar on his shot and just carooned out and ended up right in the stick of Spano, who took it coast to coast and scored the goal for a 6-1 lead for Philadelphia tonight.
Back away come the Wings off the faceoff. Sean Nadelin dumping it near side to Marichek in the Rochester zone. Killing some time off the penalty clock. Henderson backpedaling right wing side, now gets it off to Berge. Berge with a goal tonight, left wing side. Watched there by Andrew Turner. Rochester still on the power play for the next minute 16. They've given up a shorthanded goal on this power play. Berge trying to get away from Reggie Thorpe, picks his pocket, and back away comes Thorpe. Sidesteps one, gets the pass off to Harrison. Left wing side, setting up the Rochester power play. Fights off a check by Berge. Now waiting for reinforcements off the Rochester bench. Up top to John Grant, looks near side, gives it off to Derek Malowski. Up top to Grant, left wing side to Harrison. Up top to Grant, behind the cage now, over to Harrison, left wing side. Still setting it up, gets it in front to Williams, touches it just wide of the net. He had the open side, but he pushed it wide. Back up top to Grant. We have a whistle on the play.
I don't know if that was a 30-second violation right there, but a great look inside and just couldn't connect on it. It was a great pass across, and Rochester could not convert, but I think we had a 30-second violation. Gave the ball back to Philadelphia, which should kill that extra man that Rochester had.
12:49 remaining, 6-1 Philadelphia leads. Second quarter action here from the Blue Cross Arena. Right wing side, setting it up, Cromwell, spinning away from one check, tries to feed it in front of the cage. Ball's tracked down in the near corner where it's picked up by Radcliffe. We have a whistle on the floor, and that's a shot clock violation. We're used to the horn going off. Actually, I think they got cheated on that because there was 30 seconds on the penalty clock, and the shot clock went off with still 5 seconds remaining on the penalty clock.
Right. Could have been a missed call down low. Nonetheless, Rochester even strength here.
John Grant pushing his way from one. Gets it over to Matt Giles. Giles left wing side. Matched up there with Wasik. Gets away from one. Giles and a sliding save by Elliott. Fighting for the ball is Giles in the near corner. 2 Nighthawks and 2 Wings going after it. It's going to be possession Philadelphia.
Giles, big guy out there, soft hands. Makes a nice maneuver to the cage. Just a good save by Elliott inside. Good patience on offense by Rochester. Not a lot of good ball movement, but at least good shots.
Berge now in front of the Philadelphia bench, setting it up 6-1. 11:50 remaining here in the second quarter. Philadelphia with the lead here on the road at the BCA. Pass up top. Berge's pass tracked down by Fry before it skips across the midfield stripe. Controls it right wing side. One-on-one with Ziff. Gets the shot off. Misses the net. Marichek jumps to save it and does. As he keeps it in, gets the shot off, actually hits the side of the helmet of Reggie Thorpe. But it's going to be possession Rochester with 11:31 remaining, 6-1 Philadelphia. Rochester trying to get their offense going and very sloppy with the ball. John Grant now bounces it across midfield, left wing side, taken there by Hollenbeck. Matched up one-on-one with Gwindon of Philadelphia. Still with it. Grant trying to get free in front of the cage. Dumps it now in the far corner. The ball's fought for. Harrison goes after it. So does Sean Williams. Gwindon in there. Bodies laying on the floor. And it's going to be possession Rochester.
Fresh 30 for Rochester. Hollenbeck and Sudan trying to make something work over there. A lot of pressure. Again, Rochester's getting spread out here on offense.
Sudan now left wing side. Tries to pop in front of the net. His pass to Grant. In and out of his stick. Jacobs flips it back to Elliott. And back away come the Philadelphia Wings. In control now, a 5-goal advantage. They lead here 6-1. Pass taken by Cromwell. As he took the feed from Gwindon in front of the Philadelphia bench. Ball's taken now. Far corner. Philadelphia setting it up. Pass taken by Ward. Gets a shot off. Hits a man in front of the net. Ball springs free in the near corner. Fought for. Radcliffe has it knocked out of his stick. Jeremy Hollenbeck pursues. So does Andrew Turner. Fighting for it. Swatted away. Casey Zapp is dragged down to the turf in the near corner. But a shot clock violation. And it's going to be Rochester possession. So the only goal of this quarter thus far that was scored was a shorthanded goal.
Spano with the breakaway there. Rochester just kind of lackadaisical on defense on that. No one got back with the power play on the floor.
John Grant now side of the cage. Still with the ball in the Philadelphia zone. Springs in the slot. Still with the ball. Has the lane now. Likes to give it off to Derek Malowski in front of the cage. A shot and a save by Dallas Elliott. Scott Evans picks up the loose ball in the far corner, but it doesn't matter. Crease violation, Philadelphia ball.
Malowski trying to create a little bit. Just a dive to the cage. Really not much of an angle there. Trying to make the diving come across shot and then never got it off. Put it right in Elliott's stick. And a crease violation.
Back away comes Philadelphia. Spanos pass taken right wing side. Philadelphia setting it up now. Ward takes the pass left wing side in the Rochester zone. He's matched up with Schiller. Gets it off to Marichek, left wing side. Tries to spin away from one in front of the Rochester net. Now controls it in front. The behind the back pass in and out of the stick of Henderson. And Penny has trouble controlling it, and he's cross-checked out of the turf by Fry. and it's going to be possession Rochester. We're going to step away here from the Blue Cross Arena. Philadelphia 6, Rochester 1. This is the Nighthawks Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Blue Cross Arena. A couple of youngsters there holding up the Democrat and Chronicle sign that was in today's paper. As the Rochester Nighthawks fans fired up, but they're looking at a 6-1 deficit, and so are the Nighthawks. A tough Philadelphia Wings team has come in here and really kind of derailed the Rochester Nighthawks as they have allowed no good opportunities to score for Rochester.
Really, it's been just great offense, or great defense there by Philadelphia, just not letting Rochester work the way they want to work, and they're getting bad shots from the outside, and they know John Grant's going to get frustrated, so they're going to stick with their game plan.
Grant up top, now left wing side steps one, the shot scored! Scott Evans, his first professional goal.
Not much to that one. Evans with his first goal. The hard bounce shot turned into a soft one. I think it was initially stopped. It was stopped down in front by Dallas Elliott, and the bounce just kind of rolled right over the top of his shoulder. But Evans, just a little stop and start move, takes it right in. The hard bounce shot, it was deflected, and the deflection caused it to go right into the goal. 6-2, Evans' first goal.
Off the face-off, Schiller gets it back now to Andrew Turner. Turner over to Sudan, across midfield into the Philadelphia zone, left wing side. Matched up one-on-one with Nadalin, feeds it behind the cage. Rochester setting it up now in the near corner. They pull it up top. Derek Malowski dumps it off to Giles. Tries to give it back to Derek Malowski. Aaron pass, but Malowski's there to pick it up. Swings it left wing side. Sudan trying to fight his way in towards the cage. Skips the shot just wide of the net. Ball is scooped up, and back away comes Spano of Philadelphia. Tracks down the loose ball. 8.5 to go here, second quarter. 6-2 in favor of the Philadelphia Wing.
Sudo right there taking the outside shot. Got to be patient, but clock was running out, so he let it fly underneath and gave almost a transition to Philadelphia.
Jake Berge now from the left corner gets it up top. The shot and a save by Pat O'Toole. Robs Cromwell with the left shoulder save. Pass is errant by Reggie Thorpe. Gets some help. Ball is fed across midfield. Thorpe goes after it. Oh, and he ducks away from a checker. Hayek would have been put in the next area code. Marichek now starting the offense up for Philadelphia. Left wing side. Gets away from a check by Mike Hazen. He dumps it up top. Philadelphia setting it up. They lead 6-2. Marichek receives the pass. Left wing side. Spins away from one. Walks in. Gets a shot off through a screen. Misses the net. Ground ball fought for. Fry has his man tied up, and back away comes Schiller. Schiller's off to the races, gets a shot off. Oh, what a save by Elliott. Ground ball picked up by Williams. Near corner, Rochester setting it up. 7 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, second quarter. Rochester trails by 4. Harrison takes the pass as he just came off the Rochester bench, gets it off left wing side to Evans, gets a shot off. Save, and the ball goes caroming into the near corner. Back away come the Wings. Scooping it up is Henderson. His pass goes too far to Gwindon. Tries to track it down. He cannot, and back away comes Hollenbeck to pick up the loose ball. Across midfield, Hollenbeck left wing side. Races in towards the cage, rips it, and it's deflected over the glass and into the netting. And it's going to be Rochester possession. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Giles out of the left corner. Watched there by Bresci. Up top to Derek Malowski. Near side to Sean Williams. In the slot to Giles, in and out of his stick, but Williams is there to pick it up in the near corner in the Philadelphia zone. Flips it in front of the cage, and Grant gets the underhand shot off, misses the net. Spano goes in to scoop up the loose ball on the right wing side, and back away comes the Wings again.
Not great shot selections there by Rochester. Just trying to work it a little bit, but a lot of guys standing still. Giles, big guy in front. They're trying to work him, kind of like the give and goes, and the balls are just errant. And Rochester just not working well, getting the ball moving, getting it hot, as Philadelphia is showing how they're doing it.
Berge now takes the pass left wing side, tries to bull his way in towards the cage, runs into two Nighthawks. Radcliffe there picks up the ball as Pat O'Toole tried to scoop it up, and a shot clock violation. It's going to be Rochester possession. 6:02 remaining, quarter number 2. Rochester still trying to dig out of an early hole as they trail 6-2. Abrams across midfield for the Nighthawks into the Philadelphia end, gives it off left wing side to Tim Sudan. He dumps it off now as Rochester setting it up. Gets it in front of the cage to Williams. He took the pass from Evans. Side of the net taken there by Grant. Grant gets a lane, gets a shot off, and Elliott's equal to the task as he was down like a brick wall, now dives on top of the loose ball, and he's going to start it up the other way for Philadelphia. Back away come the Wings across midfield into the Rochester zone. Mark Fry, former member of the New York Saints, has the ball up top, pushes it. Now to Jake Berge, left wing side, deep in the Rochester end, trying to weave his way through traffic, draws the double team, gets it in front to Radcliffe. The ball rolls ahead. O'Toole looking for Chris Schiller. Schiller doesn't see it, but it's taken there by Williams in front. Schiller shot. Oh, what a save by Dallas Elliott. He's got highlight reel saves already early in this contest. Williams in front, taken there by Harrison. Harrison, left wing side up top for Sean Williams. Williams now pulls it back up top, still has it, tries to feather it in front to Derek Malowski. He fights off his check, picks up the ball in the near corner, spinning away from one, still with it. 9 seconds on the shot clock, pulls it up top, goes to the right hand, now back to the left, tries to feed it in front, in and out of the stick of Harrison, and smothering defense again by Philadelphia, and the loose ball is picked up by the Wings.
Schiller had a couple good opportunities so far. I think Dallas has been watching those highlight reels himself. He knows Schiller goes low on those breakaways, and Schiller's put 3 low right on him. So Chris is going to have to shift that up and go a little high to low or low to high, one or the other.
Ryan Ward now cuts in towards the cage, gets a shot off, and also takes a shot from behind as he was looking for his second of the night. Ball taken now in the near corner of the Rochester zone, taken there by Radcliffe, gets away from one, tries to go through a labyrinth of teal and black, and he finds the green of the turf. Back away come the Nighthawks. Reggie Thorpe takes the outlet pass, left wing side. Rochester getting their men out on the floor, and Rochester screaming that Philadelphia is leaving the bench early to get the defensive unit back out onto the floor. Hollenbeck took the pass left wing side. Evans fights off one, and he's dragged down to the turf by Peter Jacobs. Got him in a little leg lock and dragged him down to the turf, where he was wide open in front of Elliott.
Big guy down there, just looked like he tripped over him at the end there. Jacobs may have grabbed his foot though.
Back away in Philadelphia in the Rochester zone. Left wing side, back away, the quick shot. Scoots into the near corner. Ryan Ward's there to pick it up. 6 seconds on the shot clock. He draws a double team. Little shove from behind. And we have a timeout on the field. We're going to take a quick break from the Blue Cross Arena. Philadelphia 6, Rochester 2. This is the Nighthawks Broadcast Network. Welcome back to the Blue Cross Arena. The Rochester Nighthawks trailing 6-2 against the Philadelphia Wings. Philadelphia will have possession of the ball in the near corner, the Rochester end. 3:13 remaining in quarter number 2. Jake Berge trying to bull his way in towards the cage, draws a double team. He's knocked into the crease. That's a crease violation. And it's Rochester possession. O'Toole coming away with it as Andrew Turner having a discussion as play continues on into the, and now they give him a 10-second violation as he was counting it off, but he was busy talking to Andrew Turner.
I missed that too. I mean, Andrew Turner was telling him, he made a great check down low, and he was telling him he was holding his stick inside as he was driving the cage, and they gave him a 10-second violation. So Turner kind of caught chatting away and paid for Philadelphia.
Philadelphia controlling it, right wing side. Marichek asking for it up top, gets it in front of the cage. O'Toole makes the save. as the pass was Aaron in front of the net, and back away comes Mike Hazen. Hazen across midfield into the Philadelphia zone looking for help off the bench. Gets the pass off, and it's scooped up and taken away by Hayek. And he dumps it right wing side. Back away come the Wings. They're slowing it down now. Pass is taken by Ward. Left wing side as he gave it off to Marichek. Marichek spins away from one check by Casey Zaff. Now takes it back into the near corner. Swings it up top to Fry. Right wing side. Watched there by Marshall Abrams. 2:07 remaining second quarter. Fry with it. Still with it. Brings it up top. Gives it off to Radcliffe. Radcliffe up top. His pass taken right wing side. The shot. And it bounces off the glass and into the crowd. It's going to be Rochester Nighthawk possession. As that shot from outside skip off the glass and into the crowd. So Rochester with the ball. Henderson's shot was Aaron. Back away come the Nighthawks. Left wing side. Sudan just came off the bench. Takes the pass. Trying to skip by one. Still with it. Flips it back to Williams. In front of the cage. The Grant is over the shoulder. Shot is stopped by Elliott. Ball is free in the left corner. The far corner. They're still fighting for it. Evans goes after it. Nadalin's in there. Bresci has his men pinned to the glass. And Harrison comes out of it. Harrison out of the scrum with the ball. Dumps it up top for Williams. New 30-second shot clock. Gwindon without a stick. Ball left wing side. Rochester with a good opportunity here. Gets a shot off. Williams with a spin around, and the shot is saved by Elliott. Ball is free in the near corner, and Evans goes head over heels as he was fighting for the loose ball with Nadalin, and it's going to be possession Philadelphia.
Evans trying a little hard there, going right over the top. Rochester, a good series, a lot of good shots inside. However, they can't find the mark. You got to be a little more accurate with a guy like Dallas Elliott back there.
Less than a minute remaining here in the first half. 6-2 Philadelphia. Cromwell takes the feed up top now. Right wing side. High in the slot. Runs into one man. Gets it off to Radcliffe. Left wing side. A shot is stopped by Pat O'Toole. And the outlet pass is taken left wing side by Steve Penny across midfield. Watched there by Cromwell. Dumps it off now to Giles. Giles with it. Watched there by Gwindon. Left wing side in the Philadelphia zone. Still with it. Dumps it up top to Williams. Right wing side. Williams with the ball. Grant is guarded there. Double teamed. Springs away Derek Malowski near side. Still with the ball. Dumps it in front of the cage. Gwindon knocks his man down. And here we go. We got some pushing and shoving in front of the Philadelphia net. And Rochester should be the beneficiary of that hit in front of the cage, as with 7.4, they're looking to go on the man advantage. Gwindon, helmet in hand, walking to the penalty box. 2 minutes for holding. He grabbed his man in front of the cage, just dragged him down to the turf.
Yeah, good opportunity there for Rochester, just trying to work something in front to Evans, and he had no choice but just pull him down because he's a big guy waiting in front. The pass was going to come right to him, and would have been a good shot on goal right in front, but the power play will go to Philadelphia here, or to Rochester. They may just hold this or look for that last second shot.
Grant with the quick shot, saved by Elliott, and that is going to do it after the first half of play. Philadelphia 6 and Rochester 2. So the Rochester Nighthawks trailing 6-2 here in the contest. Not a good way to start off this this home and season opener as they dig themselves into a 6-2 hole. And Billy, what do they have to do to kind of get this offense back on track?
Yeah, you know, it's like I talked about earlier. The offense really needs to get into a gel. You know, they started to open things up, but then they looked to John Grant too much, and they stood around. And John's got to do a little more creating off ball. So right now he's kind of holding the ball out front, but they really need to work off ball to get open. They're not getting high percentage shots at all inside. And a guy like Dallas Elliott will step out, and boom, he'll be right there for the save every time.
Let's send it down now to Kevin Spears, who's with Tim Sudan, right outside of the Rochester Nighthawks bench.
All right, Nighthawk fans, I'm here with Tim Sudan. Tim, can you believe it? It's your 10th season of professional lacrosse in Rochester. Did you think way back in 1995 you'd still be playing lacrosse 10 years later?
No, but I'll tell you, the fans here keep me coming back, and it's a great place to play, and how could you give it up if you can still run?
And those videos that they showed during the pregame ceremonies had to bring back a few memories, huh?
Yeah, it was fun to watch. Those old white helmets were pretty ugly, though.
I know, tough loss in last year's championship game, but expectations are high to get back to the championship game again this year.
Yeah, we've put together a pretty nice squad tonight. Obviously, we haven't shown a whole lot of oomph offensively yet, but we've only been together about 3 or 4 times on the floor practice-wise, and saw some glimmers of some talent there in the first half, and I really think this third quarter we got to get them.
Tim, thanks a lot. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you very much.
Tim Sudan.
This intermission brought to you by Pepsi, the joy of Pepsi. Welcome back to the Blue Cross Arena. Craig Rubzinski joined by Billy Mahar. And quite a tough first half for the Rochester Knighthawks. This halftime report brought to you by Clever Method, your teammate for technology solutions, from flash development to e-commerce to website development and everything in between. It's Clever Method. The statistics for today's game brought to you by Emil Subs. Emil Subs has 3 locations in the Rochester area: Victor, Henrietta, and Greece. For all your sub and catering needs, call the West Henrietta store at 427-0770. And the statistics are pretty glaring in favor of the Philadelphia Wings. Tom Marichek, and you pointed it out in the pregame, he's got 3 points thus far, 1 goal, 2 assists. Jake Berge's got on the board. Very dangerous Ryan Ward, 3rd pick overall. For Rochester, they've held John Grant to 2 assists, and the goal scorers Derek Malowski and Scott Evans. I mean, it's been a very tough going for the Rochester Knighthawks in this first half.
Very tough going. Tim Sudan alluded to it at halftime. If you saw that, these guys have been on the floor together 3, 4, 5 times, and it's tough for the new guys to get into a groove like this. You got Evans, who obviously got on the board here, but they've had a tough time here. In Philadelphia, on the other hand, has come back and has had a time to gel, because they played. Majority of these guys, you talk about Marichek and a few of these other guys, have had time to work a little bit. They're used to the system that's in place. And Rochester's, it's been a tough go, not being able to penetrate that defense of Philadelphia, who's playing extremely well. They're packing it in. They know John Grant loves to go to the cage, and they just missed a bunch of opportunities. Chris Schiller, a couple breakaways. Guy like Dallas Elliott makes the save. You come inside, he studies these guys on film. He knows where their tendencies are. He's a smart guy. He's been in this league for 15 years, and he knows exactly where these guys their tendencies are, and he's done a great job this half.
And last year, Dallas Elliott led the league with 608 saves, and he's just been spectacular tonight. Rochester, it seems like offensively, when they do get opportunities, they keep trying to go low on Dallas Elliott, and he's just sprawling out as a goaltender would in a butterfly style to take away anything, any portion of the lower half of the net, and Rochester keeps trying to go to the well, and Dallas Elliott is there and is equal to the task every time.
Yeah, I mean, thus far 2 goals, and had a lot of good opportunities, a lot of outside shots, which Dallas's tendency is to step out on those and cut the goal angle off, so you can't see any of the goal, and just sucking them up. And the good defense that Philadelphia is playing, they're limiting that. They're giving Rochester the outside shot with low. There's 2-3 seconds left on the clock. So it's it's been a tough night so far for Rochester in the offensive end. The defense is playing well. They're picking up a lot of loose balls, sloppy at times, couple turnovers that shouldn't have happened. But the defensive end, they're sewing it up. They just need to concentrate a little hard on the double team on Marichek and Berge when they're going to the goal. They need that 3rd slide.
When we come back, we'll have the rest of the Clever Method halftime report. We're going to take a break here from the Blue Cross Arena. This is the Nighthawks Broadcast Network.
And we're back. I'm here with President and CEO of the Nighthawks, Steve Donner. And Steve, it's hard to believe the 10th season of professional lacrosse in Rochester. What have been the key factors in keeping the popularity of indoor lacrosse so popular here in Rochester?
Well, I think, being a smaller market, we've had to work harder, develop a fan base, I think keep our season ticket base strong and have competitive teams. Rochester loves winners. We all know that.
And you guys certainly haven't stood pat during the offseason. A tough loss to Toronto last year, but 8 new faces on the roster this year.
No, Jody and Paul Day have looked at the division we're in this year. We have Buffalo and Toronto, physical teams in our division. We're a little bigger, a little stronger. We're not showing it so far tonight. We're off to a pretty slow start tonight. I think the guys are a little more worried about their contracts than they are, scoring goals tonight. But, we're going to have a great team. We're going to be a strong team, and we'll be right there.
Talk a little bit briefly about the contract negotiation process. That is continue on throughout the season, but the players did accept the management proposal, and the season has started.
Yeah, well, it was very tense. I think we were down to about 12 hours with a chance of not having a season, but cooler heads have prevailed. We signed a one-year deal. There's not a possibility of work stoppage during this season, and we'll take our time. Both sides will take our time, hopefully get a nice long-term deal that makes sense for the players, also makes sense for the owners and the fans.
And we're looking forward to a very successful 10th season of professional indoor lacrosse here in Rochester.
Thanks, Kevin. We've had some great memories. Hope we can have a few more this year.
All right, that's the president and CEO of the Nighthawks, Steve Donner. We'll be back with more.
The power play opportunities, Rochester is 1 for 3, Philadelphia 2 for 2. Loose balls for Rochester 43, and for the Philadelphia Wings only 33, so the statistics are not actually that bad for the Rochester Nighthawks, but the scoreboard is the most important as they trail 6-2.
Yeah, 6-2, and you mentioned a couple things, penalties. Philadelphia has converted 2 of those penalties and 1 shorthanded. So, you look at that as you take those 2 off the board, those 3 off the board, and we're looking at a different ball game, 3-2 here. However, that's not the case. Dallas Elliott coming up huge on a bunch of saves in Philadelphia, creating their own and on the offensive end, and really taking it right now to Rochester. This game obviously is not over, 6-2. There's a lot of scoring left to be done. Rochester again in a huge deficit here. Philadelphia is going to continue to attack, and unless Rochester does something differently, make some changes, adjustments at halftime here, they're going to be in some trouble.
And the Rochester Nighthawks, that's always been the sticking point with head coach Paul Day, is getting off to quick starts. Usually when Pat O'Toole can start off hot, the team gets into the groove, they can settle back, and they can play their game. Now they find themselves in a 4-goal hole, and they really have to get out of this and try to claw back. And it's very important here. Rochester will be on the man advantage to start this third quarter. They have 1 minute and 53 remaining to that penalty to Gwindon of Philadelphia. So the Rochester Nighthawks, 4 goals as they trail here at the Blue Cross Arena, the home and season opener. We had the banners unveiled tonight. We had Randy Mearns doing the ceremonial first face-off for the 10th season of Nighthawks lacrosse. But right now, Philadelphia spoiling the party for Rochester.
Yeah, and like I said, time and time again, I see Rochester dig this large hole to fight back to get to the final minute of the game and to have Philadelphia or Buffalo, whoever, score and put that in and take the win home. And Rochester really can't afford to do that this early in the season. They've done it too many times in the past. And, they just have to spread that offense out, get good looks, inside fakes, and high percentage shots, and they'll get goals.
So as both teams are on the floor, we get set to get underway. Philadelphia will go left to right. Rochester right to left as they trail 6-2, held to only 2 goals in the first half of lacrosse here at the Blue Cross Arena. As they desperately need some offense, it's nice to see Scott Evans get in the scoring column for the Rochester Nighthawks, but Ryan Ward also scoring for the Philadelphia Wings. He's the 3rd pick. Rochester with a high draft pick as well, as Scott Evans got the deflection, and he scored his first professional goal. So Rochester getting ready to get underway here. 6-2 in favor of Philadelphia. Reggie Thorpe to take the face-off against Peter Jacobs of the Wings. Face-off, the ball just sitting there at midfield. Cross-check from behind, and it's going to be Rochester possession as Schiller got knocked down right in the face-off circle. So the Rochester Nighthawks with possession of the ball. John Grant across midfield. Now right wing side as they're on the man advantage. Matched up 1-on-1. Gets away from one, check in front, gets the shot off and skips it wide of the cage as he was tied up by Brian Barrett. Back away now Rochester. Scott Evans, left wing side. Looking to get open, gets a pick by Harrison, can't get free. Over to John Grant, right wing side, tied up, gets a shot off, saved by Elliott because he got the left shoulder and the stick up. Ball free now in the right corner is Harrison fighting for it, kicking at it. Nadalin in there for Philadelphia. Grant picks up the loose ball, still with it, gets the shot off as he fell down to the turf. Loose ball picked up left wing side by Evans, gets the shot off, just missed the near corner. And Williams tries to fight for that loose ball, but it's scooped up by Nadalin and back away from the Philadelphia Wings. Left wing side taken there by Mark Fry. Henderson also on the floor for Philadelphia. And Berge now will take the pass across midfield for the Wings. Dumps it off for Marichek up top. Marichek, left wing side. Watch there by Marshall Abrams. Gets a pick. Springs free. One-on-one with O'Toole. Gets a shot off. Save by O'Toole. He also got the benefit of the post on that one. A nice save by Pat O'Toole.
Nice save by Pat. Interference there. And Rochester picked up a penalty, which we missed. And they've been playing 4-on-4 here. We thought there may have been a power play. 4-on-4 here. Rochester picked something up. So Marichek comes down and just misses the cage. But Rochester, a nice save here for O'Toole as Rochester goes back on the offensive.
Sudan with the shot, saved by Elliott, goes over the glass. It'll be Rochester possession. I was handed a note that, yes, at the end of the first half, Rochester did pick up a penalty. And Matt Giles serving the penalty, so we are even up. Left wing side taken by Holland back in the Philadelphia zone. Looking for Sudan in front, but Hayek's got him all tied up. Williams, right wing side to Derek Malowski, over to Tim Sudan. Sudan looking, backpedaling, left wing side. Got one-on-one containment. Goes to his right, now back to his left. Tries to get the shot off, he does, but Elliott is there to stop that low shot. Tries to feed it in front, it's deflected. Back away come the Philadelphia Wings out of the penalty boxes. Gwindon shoots and shoulder save by Pat O'Toole. Robs Gwindon, and Pat O'Toole is ready to play tonight. Loose ball is picked up by Andrew Turner. Hollenbeck all the way down the floor, and out comes Elliott out of his crease to stop it now. He takes the shot. Bresci's there to pick up that pass. Evans tried to knock it away, but the Wings come down the floor the other way into the Rochester end.
Out of the box came Gwindon first and trailing, and just got the shot up, but it's a tremendous save by O'Toole. One on none, and just took it to him.
Back away comes Reggie Thorpe across midfield. Setting it up, spins away from a check by Tony Henderson. Back up top for John Grant. Catches it left-handed now, has a lane, fakes the shot, now looking to set it up. John Grant still with it, backing his way in, pulls it up top, rips it, and it just misses the crossbar. Over and back, violation. It'll be Philadelphia possession. And again, Spano trying to track down that ground ball before it can go over the midfield stripe, just similar to his shorthanded goal to start the second quarter.
Always hustling there. Johnny Grant a little frustrated, takes the outside shot, not really having a lane. Tough shot to take with the rebound. Unless you're going to hit the goalie, the rebound, you're going the other way. And right there, we almost saw Spano take another one coast to coast if he had just gotten there. But Rochester getting a little frustrated on offense here. Needs to just settle down, get into a groove, get some offense moving, and not just count on John Grant to have the best shots.
And Henderson takes the feed at the side of the cage and dumps it over the right shoulder of O'Toole, and it's 7-2 Philadelphia.
Just good ball movement out of the Wings here. See him work behind the cage to the front, right in front. Henderson standing there over the shoulder of O'Toole. 7-2. Just great work behind the cage. You get some heads turning. As soon as the head turns, the ball comes in front. The defender turns his head. He's wide open right in front. Cromwell creating a little bit of a screen. 7-2 lead here for the Philadelphia Wings as Rochester digs themselves even a larger hole.
Jacobs with the ball. Right wing side. He heads to the bench as he handed it off to Fry. Fry in the near corner. Pulls it up top. Chopped down to the turf. Nighthawks trying to track down the ground ball. Abrams can't find it. It's in his feet. Radcliffe fighting for it. Oh, what a hit by Reggie Thorpe. Knocks the helmet off of Radcliffe. We have I don't know if they whistled that down.
They called it withholding of the ball. I saw withholding up signaled by the referee. It's going to be Philadelphia ball, but Radcliffe got railed by Reggie Thorpe.
Rochester now setting it up, trailing 7-2. Williams now gets it off. The shot saved by Elliott as Derek Malowski's hog-tied, and there's going to be a penalty upcoming to Philadelphia. A holding call as Derek Malowski was grabbed around the neck. and thrown down to the turf. So another power play opportunity for the Rochester Knighthawks as Sean Nadelin is going to the penalty box.
Just a exactly hog tie, you called it. Right to the ground, Malowski. Nadelin just took him to the ground. You're going to see the extra man. Rochester, again, a little frustrated here on the offensive end. John Grant going to try and create a lot of ball movement here and get Dallas Elliott moving side to side so you can get the quick dump in. Maybe a look away pass down low on the pinch.
Grant now, left wing side to Giles. Right wing side to Derek Malowski. Pass goes too far for John Grant, trying to track it down before it goes over, and he keeps it in. He feeds it over to Evans. Evans weaves through traffic, gets it over to Williams. Now in the far corner, taken there by Derek Malowski. Up top to Grant, shoots, scores! Johnny Grant from outside.
Johnny Grant's been waiting for that all night. You figure one of them's got to go. He's so accurate from out top there. Just kind of patient, waiting. And he's been setting up Elliott to the left all night. To the left, and he beat him off the right side there. Elliott guessing a little bit as he comes out of the cage. Tries to react, but nonetheless, John Grant sticks one home. The power play goal, John Grant's first of the year.
4:29, the time of the Rochester goal. John Grant is first of the season, his third point tonight, as he has had a hand in all three Rochester goals, but Rochester trails now 7-3. Philadelphia across midfield. Henderson, left wing side. Marichek now cutting in towards the cage. Spins away from one, falls down to the turf, but still gets a pass off to Fry. Backpedaling now. Near side, still with the ball. Brings it up top, looking to dump it in front. He does! A quick shot save by Pat O'Toole. Tries to dive on top of it. Reggie Thorpe ties up Henderson, but Henderson comes away with the ball. Henderson still with it, pinning it now to the back glass, and we have a whistle. And Rochester ball withholding again.
Good defense in there by Rochester. Need a little spark here, get on a little run of their own.
Pat O'Toole will start the offense for the Rochester Knighthawks. Gives it off to John Grant. Less than 10 minutes to go. Third quarter, 7-3 Philadelphia. Grant, right wing side. Gets away from one. Gets a shot off. Hits the post. Ball skips towards the midfield stripe. Tracked down left wing side by Williams. Dumps it across the floor to Derek Malowski. He's dragged down to the turf. And Elliott picks up the ball. And let me tell you, Derek Malowski is not having a very fun night out there tonight, as every time he's open, someone's grabbing him by the throat and ripping him down to the turf.
That's right, quick feet by Derek Malowski there, just one quick move, and he's beating the defender. As he beats him, boom, he's getting a good shot on goal.
This is the Nighthawks Broadcast Network.
Can you control yourself when the Philadelphia Wings open their 2004 season at the Wachovia Center? Be there January 17th at 8 p.m. when the Philadelphia Wings battle the Rochester Knighthawks. Join the experience. Call 215-389-WING.
Welcome back to the Blue Cross Arena. Rochester on the power play, trailing 7-3. Giles, side of the cage, feeds it up top to behind the back pass in front to Williams. Shoots it wide of the net. Giles rolls it back to John Grant. 9 minutes and 20 seconds remaining, third quarter. Dumps it across now. Grant gets it right back. Near side to Giles. Back to Grant. Over left wing side to Giles. Up top, Grant gets it over right wing side. Derek Malowski with it. Still with it, backpedaling up top for Grant. Shoots, and it is knocked away. Goes into the stands. And actually, that should not be a shot clock violation because the ball was touched before the shot clock actually expired.
Yeah, it looked like it did just expire. They think they called that. I think you're right, Craig, and I think they called it and it did expire, therefore giving the ball back to Philly. Short-handed here. Philly's just going to try and kill this thing off. Be very patient here, maybe get a last-second shot or just roll it into the corner.
1:09 remaining in the penalty to Gwindon. Philadelphia setting it up. Radcliffe far corner in the Rochester zone. Watch there by Casey Zaff, still with it. Trying to cut in towards the cage. 1 second on the shot clock, that's gonna do it. Zaff gives him an extra shot. And now Rochester with 56 seconds on the power play here to cut this lead from 4-3. Grant takes the pass across midfield into the Philadelphia zone. He's got Giles to his left, Derek Malowski to his right, gives it off to Giles, left wing side. Up top to Grant, side of the cage now to Williams. Up top to Grant, shoots, scores! Johnny Grant on the power play.
Back-to-back Johnny Grant. You know, I talked about him standing around up front, but man, this time he picks on Elliott on the left side instead of that right side. High pass through traffic. Just a blistering shot. So deadly accurate. John Grant back-to-back power play goals. Thanks to Derek Malowski in getting handcuffed twice by Philadelphia. And it's 7-4 here in favor of the Philadelphia Wings. Rochester getting a tiny spurt of their own.
And Rochester now lost the draw. Philadelphia with the ball. Ball taken up top. Marichek with it near midfield. Fights off one check. Dumps it left wing side to Berge. 7-4 in favor of the Philadelphia Wings. Quick shot by Berge. We have a hold in front of the Rochester net, so it's going to be Rochester possession. And the Rochester Knighthawks will go on offense here, trailing by 3 goals. Pat O'Toole way out of his net in front of the Rochester bench. Across midfield. Dumps it off to Tim Sudan. Left wing side. Still with the ball. Evans pops up top. Still with the ball. Dumps it over to Derek Malowski. Near side to Sudan. Shoots it. A save by Elliott through the screen. Fresh 30 for Rochester. Evans fighting Gwindon. Tries to pop out in front. He does. Gets a shot off. Misses a cage. Dragged down to the turf. Loose ball behind the Philadelphia net. 3 Nighthawks go after it. Still fishing for it. They're still fighting for it. Nadalin with it. Evans picks it up. Williams now shot saved by Elliott as he falls back into his net.
What a scurry there, right? Rochester trying to pick up that loose ball. Great shots in front. Williams just can't convert. He tries to backhand underneath by Elliott and is stymied.
Back away come the Wings. Marichek feeds it in front to Cromwell, pulling it back up top. 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 7-4 in favor of the Wings. Berge takes the pass in the far corner of the Rochester zone. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Berge now pushed behind the cage, still with it. Feeds it out in front to Cromwell, shoots, and the shot is deflected on Pat O'Toole. He still makes the save. Penny now out to Schiller, and he shoots it over his stick. Schiller, though, tracks it down, uses his speed to take it away. Still with it, watched there by Peter Jacobs, still with the ball. Behind the cage, dumps it up top so Rochester can set up the offense. Grant, right wing side, still with the ball. 1-on-1 with Barrett. Grant in front of the cage, scores! Johnny Grant!
Johnny Grant unassisted. You know, I talked about not watching Johnny Grant, and he needs to work off ball. I guess I should take that back now. He just, you know, right there, he was double, actually triple teamed in front of the cage because Rochester was changing. So the double team, the triple team almost came. He just got the shot off so quickly, the underhander. Amazing shot. John Grant, 3 goals in a row here to bring Rochester within 2.
And back away come the Nighthawks. Casey Zaff across midfield. He fights off 2 checks and he slithers through 2 wings. Gets a pick, springs free in the far corner in the wing zone. Sudan asking for the pass. He gets it. Near side, the crowd is coming to life now. Sudan looking in front, the shot. Oh, what a save in front of the cage as Mike Hazen had the ball in front, but a save by Dallas Elliott. Sudan now up top, gets it left wing side to Harrison. Harrison with the ball. Up top to Derek Malowski, right wing side. 1-on-1 with Bresci. Gets a shot off, sliding save.
Interference down there, little low pick on the opposite side, trying to free up Malowski as Sudo came down the center there, the cylinder. Just an interference call. Can't have a moving pick, just like in basketball. That moving pick comes, they'll call that every time.
Back away come the Wings into the Rochester zone. Pass taken up top by Henderson, left wing side, the Wings setting it up. Side of the net, Radcliffe. Up top, the quick shot save by Pat O'Toole, and an outside shot by Ward.
We got a timeout by the referee.
And we're going to step away for a quick break. Philadelphia 7, Rochester 5. This is the Nighthawks Broadcast Network. Arena as Reggie Thorpe receives 2 minutes for cross-checking as we were in break. 7-5 in favor of Philadelphia. Rochester with the last 3 goals. And a key penalty kill here for the Rochester Knighthawks.
Very key. You know, we talk about it, Rochester, you know, penalties come, but you got to, you know, take them at the right time. Reggie Thorpe took the old cross check there. Not a good time if Philadelphia kills this spurt that Rochester's on, or should I say John Grant's on.
Cromwell now, left wing side. Gets it up top to Marichek. To Berge, the shot, and it's saved by Pat O'Toole.
O'Toole coming up with some great saves in this second half already.
Marichek setting it up. Right wing side to Cromwell. Back to Marichek. Marichek over to Cromwell. Cromwell cutting in front. The quick shot by Berge. Goes wide of the cage. Marichek reloads. Hits the crossbar.
Wow, Marichek just rifled that. He is so deadly either left or right, and he's so deadly off the assist. You just got to respect him, and then he fires one like that. The kid is just so good.
Cromwell now near side in the Rochester zone. Up top to Marichek. Marichek, left wing side to Berge. Marichek in front. The shot in front is stopped by Pat O'Toole. Back away comes Hazen, knocked off the ball, but scoops it up. Dumps it over to John Grant, shorthanded. Grant fights off a check by Radcliffe. Grant now right wing side. Watch there by Gwindon, loses the ball, squirts free. And who's there to pick it up? Giles, and he's knocked down from behind. Grant just throws it high into the air. Giles tied up at midfield. And back away come the wings. Spano left wing side. 3 minutes and 35 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 7-5 wings. 36 seconds remaining in the penalty to Reggie Thorpe of Rochester. Berge up top to Marichek. Near side to Cromwell. Up top to Marichek in the Rochester zone. Cromwell rips the shot, saved by Pat O'Toole. Ball is free, near side. Scooped up. Back away come the Nighthawks. Casey Zaff's got a breakaway. Zaff, shot, and a save made by Dallas Elliott. Ball squirts free in the near corner. Passed in front of the net. Hollenbeck knocks his man off the ball. But back away come the Philadelphia wings. Jacobs with the ball. Left wing side, doesn't see a man from behind him, and it's knocked away.
Philly had the 2-on-1 break there, and out of the box, the penalty was released. Reggie Thorpe knocks it away. Great play by Reggie as Rochester settles down with the ball.
Evans now near side to Williams. Sudan now with the ball in the Philadelphia zone. Cuts in the slot now. Left wing side, dumps it off to Evans. His pass is picked off in the slot, but the ball is free on the ground. Williams fighting for it. Evans fighting for it. Williams trying to knock his man off the ball. Back away come the wings. And it would have been a breakaway, but the Philadelphia wings could not track that ball down, as Brian Barrett would have been off to the races, but he just could not corral that loose ball.
And Rochester got their defense on quickly, where we're caught short-handed there.
Quick shot saved by Pat O'Toole. Less than 2 to go, third quarter. Abrams goes after it. The wings get the ground ball in front to Cromwell. Cromwell, left wing side to Ward. Ward's pass goes too far, but it's scooped up near side. Cross crease pass, they score. A great pass by Brian Tower. Taken right in front of the cage. And dump pass Pat O'Toole. It's 8-5 Philadelphia.
Yeah, Tower with a great look, just kind of cheating on the corner. Reggie Thorpe just kind of standing there waiting, didn't see the cross feed. And it was a great no-look pass. We call that a no-look in there. And Radcliffe, the recipient of that, sitting down low, and it kind of kills Rochester's 3-goal-in-a-row break. Little spurt of their own, and they pick up the loose ball here with 1:34 left in the third quarter.
Philadelphia now controlling it, and Andrew Turner throws his weight around. And we have an illegal pick call. The Sudan was dumped down to the turf. Rochester with 1:26 remaining, third quarter. They trail 8-5. Across midfield, Jeremy Hollenbeck dumps it off to John Grant, far side. One-on-one with Barrett. Grant trying to cut in towards the cage, gets a shot off, saved by Elliott. Tracked down by Derek Malowski. Hayek knocks him off the ball. Hayek comes away with it in the far corner, dumps it over to Elliott. Elliott near side to Gwindon. Gwindon gets the pass off. Back away come the Wings. Marichek into the Rochester zone. Left wing side, he's got Jake Berge breaking in the slot. He's also got a man breaking side of the net, but he gives it off to Jake Berge, left wing side. Still with it is Marichek clutching and grabbing to spring free. Berge with the ball, setting it up. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. He is not going to move Reggie Thorpe. The shot goes wide of the net, and the pass in front of the cage, and that's going to do it. Shot clock violation. It's going to be a Rochester ball.
Berge's just working extremely hard back there. He's just trying to bull dodge his way into the cage there. And if it's not there, he's going to look for the double team and just dump, and that's what he did twice. Philadelphia just couldn't hang on to the ball.
Sean Williams, far side in the Philadelphia zone. Pulls it up top. Gives it off near side to Sudan. Sudan cutting in towards the middle of the field. Illegal pick called. As I think Giles set that pick. Paul Day a little upset. But it'll be Philadelphia possession. 13 seconds left. Gwindon gives it over to Ward across midfield. 8 seconds remaining. Third quarter. 8-5 Philadelphia. Ward cuts in towards the slot. Gives it off now near side to Cromwell. 1 second left. Cromwell still with the ball, and that's going to do it for 3 quarters of play here from Rochester, New York. It's the Philadelphia Wings 8 and the Rochester Knighthawks 5. This is the Nighthawks Broadcast Network.
Can't make it to every game? Then party with us when it's convenient for you. Ask us about flexible game plans for any busy schedule. Join the party. Call 215-389-WING. Don't miss your chance to purchase season tickets to the Philadelphia Wings. The Philadelphia Wings open their season Saturday, January 17th at the Wachovia Center. Call 215-389-WING to purchase your season ticket package today.
This fourth quarter of Rochester Nighthawks lacrosse brought to you by HSBC, the world's local bank. Welcome back to the Blue Cross Arena, where Rochester only trails now by 3, 8-5 against the Philadelphia Wings. One other game yesterday as the Arizona Sting, in front of over 12,000, defeated the Vancouver Ravens 16-12. This is the second game of the NLL season, and Rochester trailing 8-5. Quite a low-scoring affair here in the Nighthawks season and home opener.
Yeah, no doubt. As we talked about at halftime, Rochester really did need to make some key adjustments, and John Grant came up with his own adjustments, scoring 3 in a row for Rochester to kind of get them back in to this contest. Other than that, Rochester really has not done anything, and the guy who's been doing everything to them is Dallas Elliott, coming up huge. 8-5 here, Rochester in a bit of a hole, 3-goal deficit going into the fourth quarter.
Grant fighting for the loose ball, picks it up off the faceoff in front to Schiller. He tries the behind the back shot, just should have fired it on goal. Tried to behind the back and he misses the cage, but Zaff's there to pick up the loose ball. Zaff over to Williams in the Philadelphia zone, just starting the fourth quarter, 8-5 in favor of the Philadelphia Wings. John Grant near side, swings it across to Scott Evans. Evans up top, over to Grant near side. His pass to Harrison, in and out of his stick, fighting for the loose ball across the midfield stripe. A 30-second violation and an over and back violation. Now we got some players tied up as Fry's tied up with Harrison. The officials in there to separate them. 8-5 is our score here from the Blue Cross Arena. Rochester was on a 3-goal run, all by John Grant, until Radcliffe scored at 13-19 to make it 8-5. Philadelphia now setting it up far side in the Rochester zone. Pass taken near side now by Marichek. Spins away from the double team, still with the ball. Fighting off another check, tries to feed in front, does a quick shot, save. That pass was originally intended for Radcliffe. Save made by O'Toole, back away comes Penny, sidesteps one. Gets it off to Reggie Thorpe across midfield. Dumps it to Jeremy Hollenbeck. Running it far side in the Philadelphia zone, feeds it in front to Giles. He was tied up. Ball squirts free in the near corner. Evans fighting for it against Bresci of Philadelphia. Still with it, dumps in front to Giles. Shot and he misses the net. Rochester now, Evans dumped at the side of the net. Up top to Williams. And the Nighthawks screaming that there was no penalty called as Scott Evans was dumped right in front of the cage.
Paul Day can't believe it. He's screaming out there. Should have been a penalty right there. Helmet almost came off as well as Evans went down to the turf. And a violation, a running through the crease on Rochester.
Philadelphia now at the ball. Radcliffe, far side. Philadelphia gets a shot off. Save made on the outside shot by Tower. And it's going to be Rochester possession. 13 minutes remaining in the contest. 8-5 Philadelphia. The Nighthawks now. John Grant, 3 goals in a row for the Nighthawks. He has the ball stripped away. Ball is lying there right near Dallas Elliott. Sudan knocked off the ball. Now he controls it in the near corner. Sudan, watched by Jacob, still with the ball. Up top to Williams. Williams now in front to Derek Malowski. The ball is kicked at. Back away come the wings the other way. Barrett, his headman pass is taken by Spano. Spano across midfield, bounces it over to Marichek. Near side taken by Berge. Up top to Henderson. Henderson running it far side of the Rochester zone, matched up one-on-one with Chris Schiller. Henderson still with the ball. Feeds it across crease to Marichek. The ball goes back on Pat O'Toole as it banked off the near boards. Pat O'Toole now gets it over to Chris Schiller. Derek Malowski, the shot, and a save is made, but Derek Malowski's hammered from behind. And now they're going to call a penalty on the Rochester Nighthawks.
The long pass came down to Schiller and Malowski. Malowski just hammered after the fact, but a penalty on Rochester. Malowski, Bresky just drilled him, and they're going to have a hold off ball and give on Evans. They're going to give the 2-minute penalty to Rochester.
Well, now they got Sudan serving.
I don't know if it was a bench penalty.
I think it was a bench. It was a bench penalty on Rochester, and then I think you got maybe a roughing penalty to Tom Marichek of Philadelphia. 12:03, the time of the penalties. Have to wait for the calls on those penalties. But I'm almost positive it's a bench penalty to Rochester. Sudan's going to serve.
Number 42, Tom Marichek. 2 minutes for goalie interference.
2 minutes for goalie interference for Marichek.
Rochester penalty. Number 30. 2 minutes for legal substitution. A
legal
bench minor
substitution,
being served
so
by
bench
number 33,
penalty.
Tim Sudan. Top of the penalties, 2:57.
Both teams run 4 aside. Rochester now with the ball. Scott Evans, far side, dumps it near side to John Grant. Hands it off to Sean Williams. Williams bringing it up top, still with it from outside. Gives it off to John Grant behind the Philadelphia net. Still with it, looking to set it up. Feeds it in front, the quick shot and the one-timer, a stop. Score! Matt Giles!
Giles right there, you know, we talked soft hands. Those are some real soft hands. A couple of bounce back. Johnny Grant inside off the miss. But just a quick release, turnaround, sticks it. Matt Giles, just really soft hands. You watch this, he just underhands this thing up into the upper left-hand corner. That was a rocket right there from that close. Paul Day talked about just the quick hands he's got, and right there you see why. For a big guy, he's got real soft hands. Just a backhander up in that corner. 8-6 in favor of the Wings.
Off the face-off, Reggie Thorpe throws it back into the Rochester end. Taken by Hazen. Rochester trails 8-6. Hazen now near side to Derek Malowski. Over to John Grant. Grant with the ball. Trying to sidestep one. Does. Trying to get away from his check. Tries to swim dodge right in front of the net. The shot, he misses the net, and he's knocked into the boards. No penalty called on Barrett. Harrison with the ball. Gets a shot off. Misses the net. The ball bounces into the near corner. It's flipped high into the rafters. It's going to be Philadelphia ball.
Harrison, nice play, trying to drive to the net, taken down. Just misses. John Grant trying to show some magic of his own. Gets a good shot, but Dallas Elliott there to make the stop.
Philadelphia now pushing it up the floor, right wing side. Less than 11 to go. The ball's knocked away by Reggie Thorpe. Reggie Thorpe's off to the races. Thorpe races in. He's got a lane to shoot. Spins away from one. Oh, what a save by Elliott. Reggie Thorpe found himself open in front. Tried to put it by Dallas Elliott and could not. Shades of the All-Star game here in 1999.
Unbelievable. Reggie Thorpe was actually throwing fakes out there on offense. I've never seen that out of him. But he had no choice, and Elliott just stepped up and stuffed him right in front.
10 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Berge busting up the slot. Still with it. Brings it near side. Berge trying to muscle his way in towards the goal. Gets it up top. Marichek scores.
Tommy Marichek is so dangerous right there, and he and Berge work so well. They know exactly where each other are. As Berge drives the double team, get caught a little low. The Nighthawk player over the shoulder, a rocket from Marichek, lights it up to kill the buzz here for the Nighthawks. 9-6, 10-10 to go.
So again, the 3-goal lead for Philadelphia. Off the face-off, Schiller knocked down to the turf. Fighting for it, Hollenbach comes away with it. No, he oversteps it. Now he contains it, but he throws it away into the near corner. Zaff going after it, but Elliott's there to pick it up. Looks down the floor. His pass goes way over the head of Fry, and Andrew Turner's there to pick it up for the Nighthawks. Turner one-on-one with Fry, waiting for some offensive help. Gives it over to Derek Molosky near side. The shot, save, rebound, and it is knocked down as Derek Molosky never had that loose ball. And Gwindon now dumps up the pass across midfield. Back away come the Wings. 9.5 to go. Fed side of the cage. Marichek scores.
Tommy Marichek, all hustle, comes down the side. Rochester doesn't know it hit him right there. They can't figure out quite how to stop Tom Marichek tonight as he races down the sideline and puts one past O'Toole. Not a very powerful shot, but he's so in tight. Tommy Marichek just sticks one home and just kind of dullens the crowd here.
And Peter Jacobs, a little swim dodge, splits the middle, gets the shot off, saved by O'Toole. Back away come the Nighthawks. Grant with a breakaway, score!
Johnny Grant off the bench, comes right back at Philadelphia, finds his own. One-on-one, not even a fake needed. Gave him the downward look and just put it over the right shoulder of O'Toole, or of Dallas Elliott for the goal for the Nighthawks.
Well, 10-7 now, Philadelphia. Jacobs against Sudan. 9:14 remaining. Jacobs is just so much taller than Sudan, wins it, now gets it off to Cromwell, he scores. And that's very valuable face-off man, Peter Jacobs over to Cromwell and fires it past O'Toole.
He's taking the last two face-offs right there. As a whole busload of Philadelphia Wings fans have come in for this, and they're just giving each other high fives, and should, because that face-off right there won again. Inside, they're just so big inside. Rochester just cannot do anything with him as just a container to pick up those loose balls. Peter Jacobs just doing his damage and finds the open man for the easy goal.
And now Harrison takes the feed in the far quarter. The pass goes way up top. Nobody there. Zaff coming back on defense. As Philadelphia now setting it up. 8:40 remaining, 11-7 Philadelphia. They scored 3 of the last 4 goals. Ward takes the ball right in front of the Philadelphia bench. Springs free now, far side. Watched there by Zaff. Ward still with the ball. Swings it over near side to Berge. Berge trying to bull his way in towards the goal. Still with it. Up top. Gets the shot off. Ward. A save made by Pat O'Toole. Ward is chopped down by Andrew Turner. And Philadelphia arguing the shot clock violation, but we're going to step away here. The Rochester Nighthawks trailing Philadelphia 11-7 This is the Nighthawks Broadcast Network. Marichek, near side to Berge. Philadelphia on the power play. Chris Schiller's in the box. Marichek, far side, the shot scores. Keith Cromwell dodges through the middle and puts it past Pat O'Toole. It's 12-7.
2 in a row for Cromwell there, just dodges his way through the defenders. No meat on these guys at all. They're just running right through Rochester as Cromwell nets the back-to-back goals for his hat trick tonight. Cromwell his 3rd of the night. And the Philadelphia Wings are making this thing a blowout right now, 12-7, as O'Toole gets a piece, but all-important face-off there. Jacobs is just taking control.
Off the face-off, flip back into the Rochester end, tracked down by Marshall Abrams. Abrams over to Chris Schiller. Across midfield, that power play goal at 7:01. Derek Malowski behind the net to John Grant, in front to Giles, and a save is made by Dallas Elliott. Right wing side, back away come the Wings across midfield. 7.5 remaining, 5-goal advantage for Philadelphia. Pass for Ward goes too far, but who's there to pick it up? Jake Berge. Fights off a check by Andrew Turner, dumps it off. Right wing side, penalty upcoming to Andrew Turner. Fry with the ball, busts the middle, still with it, has the ball knocked away. It springs free near side. The ball is still free. Zaff goes after it against Radcliffe, and Penny knocks him down to the turf, and it's picked up by Casey Zaff. And a slashing call upcoming to Andrew Turner of Rochester.
Turner with a slash there, not a well-needed penalty for Rochester. If they're going to make a run, they needed to put it together right there, and Rochester can't even get control of the ball. And they just gave up another penalty to see this already this power play team that is our group that has already plastered Rochester for a number of goals in this second half alone.
So Philadelphia on the power play. Cromwell setting it up far side, up top to Marichek in the Rochester zone. To Berge, up top for Marichek. He keeps it, still with the ball. Walks in, shoots, misses the net. Ball goes towards the midfield stripe. Over the midfield stripe, that should be, it's scooped up by Elliott.
Must have been touched. There's no over and back call there.
I was going to say, should have been over and back, but ball looked like it clearly skipped wide and then bounced over the midfield stripe. Cromwell to Marichek. Marichek up top, over to Cromwell. Side of the cage to Radcliffe. It's knocked down. Loose ball near side, and it's tracked down by Berge of Philadelphia.
Rochester just not getting on the loose balls. Philadelphia all over them. Conditioning coming into play here. Again, these teams have only practiced 3 and 4 times, and Philadelphia clearly coming out on top in the conditioning area.
Marichek up top, setting up the power play with less than a minute to go. Right wing side, touch pass in front to Berge, over to Radcliffe, in and out of his stick, but he picks up the loose ball in the slot, hands it back to Marichek, has a lane, gets a shot off, saved by O'Toole. Zaff picks up the loose ball, and he dumps it left wing side for Reggie Thorpe. Thorpe across midfield, dumps it off to John Grant. Grant bounces it near side to Williams in the Philadelphia zone. The pass is errant, but Grant cannot track it down, and a turnover by Rochester. And back away come the Wings across midfield. Barrett hands it off near side to Henderson, up top to Tom Marichek. His behind the back pass is taken near side. And Philadelphia slowing it down. Marichek with the ball. Dumps it over far side to Cromwell. Up top to Marichek. Marichek backpedaling. Over to Cromwell, far side. Fed through the slot. Radcliffe is right there to pick up the loose ball. Radcliffe now in a shot clock violation. With 5 minutes to go, Philadelphia leads the Rochester Knighthawks 12-7. This is the Nighthawks Broadcast Network. back to the Blue Cross Arena. Philadelphia in command, 12-7. It's Rochester about to lose. Well, they still got 5 minutes to go, but they'd lose consecutive home openers, as last year they were stunned by the New Jersey Storm, who are now the Anaheim Storm. So Rochester started up here. Derek Moskey, Pat O'Toole on the bench for the Nighthawks, as they trail by 5, just trying to do anything to get some more momentum and cut this deficit. Derek Malowski, far side to Harrison in the Philadelphia zone. Near side to Grant. Over to Harrison. Harrison walks in, gets a shot off, and he misses the net. Peter Jacobs is there to track down the loose ball and gives it back to Elliott.
Yeah, Rochester trying the 6-on-5 route. Anything they can do here. 4:35 left. They're in a little bit of trouble here. Putting a lot of pressure on Philly right now.
Bresci up the floor, in and out of the stick of Henderson, but Henderson tracks it down in front to wide open Berge. He scores.
Berge in front of the cage. Rochester taking some chances. In the other end, the easy clear by Philadelphia, who finds Berge right in front of the cage all alone. One fake, two fakes, puts it in by O'Toole. Actually checked that. That was by Pat Campbell, who was the quick fly substitution, as Rochester tried to put that press on, 6-on-5. The faster of the two goalies, I believe, went to the corner, and that was Campbell.
Off the face-off, Schiller dumps it back to Andrew Turner, near side to Williams. Williams with the ball. And Elliott knocks it away as that pass was intended behind the net for John Grant. 13-7, Philadelphia. Had O'Toole in between the pipes for the Rochester Nighthawks. 4 minutes to go here at the Blue Cross Arena. Pass taken near side by Jake Berge. He dumps it off in the near corner. Philadelphia killing some clock here. Radcliffe spinning away from a check by Reggie Thorpe. Still with it, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Spins away from 2. And with 3 seconds on the shot clock, Marichek hits the post. The loose ball springs free in the far corner, and back away come the Nighthawks. Not a lot of time remaining, 3.5. As Hazen across midfield. Flips it over to John Grant. Grant with the ball from the outside. Breaks away from one, gets a shot off and misses the net. And the ball goes over the glass and into the crowd.
Rochester going John Grant. A lot of times here in the fourth quarter. Third quarter paid off. Fourth quarter, it's been a little tougher. Philadelphia tightened it up. And on offense, they went after it. Right now, it looks like they're going to run away with this thing with 3 minutes, just trying to kill clock here with a big lead. And it looks like they'll more than likely do it tonight. Rochester more than likely start 0-1 this season. They're 10th.
Spano takes the pass inside of the Rochester end. Dumps it over to Berge near side. Dumps it near corner to Radcliffe. Fights off 2. Gets a shot off, saved by Elliott. He's playing it down to the turf, and back away comes Chris Schiller. Schiller, left wing side in the Philadelphia zone. Tries to dump it up top. That pass goes too far, and it's scooped up, and back away come the Philadelphia Wings. That pass by Barrett is knocked away, and Giles comes away with it, hands it off to Holland back across midfield. Less than 2.5 remaining in the contest, 13-7 Philly. Sudan now, left wing side over to Williams. A shot shoulder saved by Elliott. And the ball is given back to Dallas, and he's looking up the floor, but he just elects to flip it over right wing side to Gwindon. Gwindon with it. Watched there by Reggie Thorpe across midfield to Cromwell. Cromwell right wing side, watched by Steve Penny. Still with it. Brings it up top, gives it near side to Marichek. Behind the back pass, taken in the near corner by Jake Berge. Berge draws the double team behind the cage. Tries to get through 2. He's planted down to the turf, and back away comes Sudan of the Nighthawks.
May have had a timeout.
.146 remaining. 13-7 Philadelphia. Next home game for the Nighthawks, January 10th against the defending champ, Toronto Rock's 2-time defending champ, Toronto Rock. Rochester next off to Buffalo, Saturday the 3rd, so things keep getting tougher and tougher for the Nighthawks. As Philadelphia will have possession, Jeremy Hollenbeck serving the 2-minute penalty for Rochester. Marichek up top, slowing it down. Legal substitution, the call against Rochester. Cromwell with the ball in the Rochester zone. Marichek takes the pass, feeds it now near corner. 1:26 remaining, up top to Marichek as he took the feed from Radcliffe. Radcliffe in the slot, dumps it side of the cage. The shot to save on Jake Berge by Pat O'Toole. Shot clock, thought there was a shot clock violation as the horn did go. And it's going to be Philadelphia possession. An inadvertent 30-second violation. Marichek with the ball up top, fakes the pass, keeps the ball, dumps it off now to Cromwell. Philadelphia setting it up. Over to Marichek, behind the back pass, taken by Berge. He dumps it in the near corner. Berge gets it right back, in and out of his stick, but Marichek's there to pick up the loose ball. Dumps it off far side to Cromwell. Up top, gets a shot off, hits the crossbar. Over the midfield stripe, Elliott out of his cage to play it. Overruns it now, has to track it down behind the cage. 37 seconds remaining in this contest. Rochester trailing 13-7. Elliott with the ball now. Dumps it off to Marichek, deep in the Philadelphia zone. Across midfield, dumps it now, near side to Berge. As the fans start filing out here, the Blue Cross Arena. 15 seconds ago. Pass taken by Radcliffe in the near corner. 10 seconds remaining in this contest. Philadelphia just killing the time off the clock here as they have defeated the Rochester Nighthawks 13-7.
Tough home opener for the Rochester Nighthawks. Clearly beaten by Philadelphia. Not a lot of hustle out there in that fourth quarter, third quarter. Rochester trying to make a comeback, but Philadelphia just too strong. Just outmatched tonight. Dallas Elliott definitely had a game to be reckoned with, stopping everything in front of Rochester. And you know, you just got to look at this and say a tough start for Rochester, but you know, now they need to get together, regroup, come in with a different game plan. May see some new faces in the lineup, you know, make that adjustment to get the balance that they're looking for to make a run at this thing. And tonight they just didn't have the push to get them there.
And the Rochester Nighthawks 0-1 on this young season. Philadelphia Wings 1-0 in a big road win, an Eastern Division win. So Philadelphia with a great game plan as Jake Berge, let me tell you, they definitely missed him last season. And he and Tom Marichek, huge factors tonight.
Yeah, you take your eye, you know, last year you got a key on a guy, you know, got a key on a good player in Radcliffe, but now you got Berge back in the mix. You got Berge, Radcliffe, and Marichek, and Marichek just chewed him up. You know, he was just back-to-back goals here. Tommy Marichek just so dynamic, and you know, you got to love this guy, you know, watching him play, and he just took it to Rochester all night.
And we're going to go down now to Kevin Spears, who's with Tim Sudan of the Rochester Nighthawks.
All right, fans, we're here with Nighthawk Tim Sudan. Tim, a tough game for the Nighthawks. Philadelphia jumping out to an early 5-1 lead, and that with the goaltending of a veteran like Dallas Elliott, a little bit too much to overcome for you guys today.
Yeah, we couldn't really seem to get on a run that got us back in the game at all.
Now, could you point to maybe between the work stoppage and having all these new players in the team, was that a factor maybe in the team chemistry?
Yeah, I don't know how their team was put together, but ours is much different offensively. Defensively, we did a great job tonight. Patty O'Toole played great in the cage. We just couldn't get an offensive push.
All right, Tim, thanks a lot. Good luck in Buffalo next week.
Okay, thank you.
Tim Sudan.
Thank you for that interview, Kevin Spears, as he was with Tim Sudan. The Rochester Nighthawks next week at Buffalo, 7:30 start, as the Nighthawks try to even their record at 1-1, as the Bud Light player of the game was Dallas Elliott. The best Volvo player of the game for the Rochester Nighthawks, I got to go with John Grant.
Yeah, Johnny Grant definitely had a great game. You know, kind of slow to begin, but he kind of took over as soon as he found his mark. started hitting back-to-back goals. Little hat trick of his own right in the third quarter there. Johnny Grant just couldn't get it together early, but came to play in that second half, made some adjustments, and found the back of the net.
And John Grant, 4 goals and 2 assists. You look at Tommy Marichek, 3 goals and 2 assists. And Keith Cromwell with the hat trick tonight. So they were getting some offensive, some output. I mean, you got Marichek, you got Keith Cromwell. Jake Berge was huge tonight for the Philadelphia Wings. Despite only scoring twice, I think it was a big emotional lift for Philadelphia to have Jake Berge back on the floor tonight.
Oh, well, you know, certainly their captain, their leader, and a guy, you know, that they look to kind of make things happen, and his tenacity out there, I think, leads this team. And with a few young guys out there trying to take his lead, that's normally what you get. You get a guy like Berge making plays. He's a playmaker, and right there he showed why, because he had, you know, had a guy like Tommy Marichek take a little heat off him. Next thing you know, he's lighting it up, scoring goals. Also opens things up for Cromwell to really make things happen. Just tremendous hustle out of Jake Berge tonight.
And the attendance for tonight was 7,984. Watching the Nighthawks open their 10th season of professional lacrosse. The next game for Philadelphia, they're also at Buffalo January 10th. So they will play the Buffalo Bandits. They get a little weekend off to kind of enjoy this opening victory. But not for Rochester as they head to Buffalo against the Buffalo Bandits, who are picked as one of the best teams in the league this year with Steve Dietrich, John Tavares, Ryan Powell, and that's a very good, talented team. And Darius Kilgore, Coach of the Year last year, is going to have the boys fired up.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. He had them in top condition last year. A tenacious team. The Buffalo Bandits are a hard-working team, much like this Philadelphia team, but they're scrappers, they're fighters, they go after it. And I know they're looking to get to the championship. Buffalo is a tough place to play, and you got a guy like John Tavares leading the troops. And, you know, if you can stop him, that's the key to Rochester's success. But a tough task at hand there to stop the Buffalo Bandits.
And Rochester, that was their first home game back home against the defending National Lacrosse League champion, Toronto Rock, 2-time defending champion Toronto Rock. So Rochester, Toronto in 2 weeks, but next week off to Buffalo.
Here is tonight's Cortese collision of the game. Make the right decision. Insist on Cortese collision. This is the Chase Pitkin play of the game. Chase Pitkin, where you don't have to do it yourself. Here is tonight's Saturn player of the game. It's different in a Saturn.
Don't miss your chance to purchase season tickets to the Philadelphia Wings. The Philadelphia Wings open their season Saturday, January 17th at the Wachovia Center. Call 215-389-WING to purchase your season ticket package today.